Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Tuesday. I think I'm about 4 or 5 minutes late because I had to restart my phone for that rotation app. Well, I guess it was going to happen. Today would be the day, right? Let's see. I got to find looking on my laptop, looking to see where the live is going to pop up so I can keep up with everything. Welcome. If you are watching me live, please be sure to say hello. If I don't say anything, please don't take it personally because I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. If you're catching this on my YouTube channel on the replay, please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'd appreciate that. So today we're going to play with the terrific Toadstools some more. If you had stopped by my blog or saw on Facebook this morning, this is the bundle I use for my take on this week's Casing Tuesday. It was supposed to be a square card, but I changed it up and made it a regular A2 size card. And gosh, these guys are just so stinking cute. I'll have the post linked in today's post for what we're getting ready to do so that you can go and see how everything is done with this. I use what did I use? Oh, the sequins I used were the trio sequins or something. They've got the clear, the melon mambo, and the pretty peacock. We're going to make a couple of cards here using some other sequins. There's not going to be any measurements listed on this because I am going to provide 2 recipe cards that are exclusive for anyone who is on my email list. So if you're not on my email list, join today so that you get the recipe cards. It'll have all the measurements. This video is actually the tutorial on how to put the cards together. And then you'll have the recipe cards to go back and make the cards yourself later on. So we're going to make 2 cards. Hi Beth, how are you? I'm glad you joined me today. We're going to make 2 cards today, and we're using, like I said, the Toadstool bundle. We're actually going to use, let me get all my little trimmed pieces out here. This is the Toadstool, what is this called? This is Toadstool Gardens Designer Series paper that you can get for free with a qualifying order during celebration. For those that are going to be attending my retreat in April, I am going to have an add-on class available getting some of this paper and using this bundle. You'll see an email come out on that probably close to the weekend to add that on. Let's see. So the first card we're going to make is actually, it's just about all celebration product. Some of this fresh freesia seam binding ribbon you can get for free. This one is using the purple sequins that you can get for free, and also that designer series paper that you can get for free. And then the second card, we're using some of the shiny sequins that went with the zinnia. They're on last chance, and I think they're even on sale, but they go really well with this paper. So this card is actually a fun fold, and then it opens for the inside. Isn't that cute? So let's go ahead and get started. We'll do this one first. And like I said, all the measurements will be on the recipe cards you will get for free once you join my email list, and I send the email out, which will probably be later on tonight. So, we've got a thick basic white card base, and then got a piece of this paper. The colors are just so bright and cheery, especially right now with all the rain we're getting. I think we've had something like, since Thursday or Friday, we've had close to 8 or 9 inches of rain. And I saw someone mention that closer to Shasta Dam, which is where I live, is going to be even higher than that. So we've had quite a bit of rain. So a lot of these little fungi are going to be popping up around here. Not quite in these bright, cheery colors, but you know. All right, so I did cut those out because who wants to watch me fussy cut, right? This little mushroom topper reminds me of a sun hat, kind of, doesn't it? I know. What can I say? All right, we'll set that guy aside, and we are going to do a couple of stamps first. I should tell you the inks that I'm going to be using between the two cards. So this one we're going to be using Crumb Cake, Granny Apple Green, Pumpkin Pie, Melon Mambo, and Fresh Freesia. And in the other card we'll use the same, but I'm going to switch out the Early Espresso for the Crumb Cake. So first I want to use some Granny Apple Green. Set these guys aside. And I do have, let me get my grid paper here. I don't want to get the ink on my mat here and end up with ink on the back of my card. So let's see, we're going to use these two first. I'm still laughing because, like I said, I've got 12 feet of space here on this counter, and I end up using every single square inch. So, like I said, this is Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp that right about there. Okay, that's our little grass mound. And do I have some spritz? Now is actually the time to stock up on all your supplies like Stampin' Mist and grid paper, the scrub if you need it, because when you get to $60 or $120, you can get some fun product for free. All right, so I'm going to use some Melon Mambo for the sentiment, and I want him close to the bottom. All right, good. Let's put this guy away. I know we'll need some more here in a half a second. So now I'm going to attach this to a piece of Granny Apple Green. And then we're going to add some of that really pretty seam binding ribbon. We've had quite a few of these over the years. I want to say we've had it in pinks and yellows and gosh, just all kinds. So I want to get about that much. I'll set that aside. So for this one, I'm going to tie the bow on this side just to be different. And let's hope this goes well. You know how it is when you're tying bows on live TV, right? Okay. Beth, you're my bow tire. I know you use the little machine, which doesn't really help when you're adding a whole bow on here, but same idea. Okay. Let's tuck this in over here. Nope, nope, nope. See? See, see, see? Okay, I want to get it as far over to the right as I can. Here we go. This one's going to work. There we go. And let's just adjust it like so. I don't think we need 7 feet for the little feet either. Wasn't that cut nicely? Okay, make a liar out of me. All right, I'm going to add this to the card front with some dimensionals. Put one in the middle. And then we'll add this to the card front. Set that aside. And the big top reminds me of a space saucer. Yes, it does. UFO in the studio. Okay, add him right there. We're going to bring this down just a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to stamp some mushrooms. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if that's going to be big enough. I thought I put out a scrap, but that's okay because I have a bunch of scraps over here in my bin. Let's see. Let me just use this. Yeah, it was a little crazy around here this morning. Our beautiful little puppy decided to get us up at 1:30 in the morning, and yeah, finally got her back to sleep probably around 3:30, and then the next thing I knew it was after 7 o'clock, and well, here we are. What can I say? All right, so let's stamp this guy here. And I don't need anything quite that wide. I noticed that if you had a piece of basic white that was about 1.25 inches, it fed through here real nicely. Let's go this way. Okay, I'm just going to punch that out. Okay, and now let's stamp our other one in fresh freesia. Move those out of the way. And then I think we can get him. Let's see if this is going to work. I don't know, it might not. Let's see. Oh, it does. Get him in there. Just like. Now the image is bigger than the punch, so there we go. And now I need, you know what? Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, crumb cake. You gotta stamp the two stems. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp. In fact, I'm gonna stamp both. Let's use this one with the big one, and then we'll cut part of that off for the little guy. I did exactly what I didn't want. Stuck my finger in the ink pad. Okay, set these aside, and we'll punch this guy out twice. Just like that one. And see how much easier it is, excuse me, to have a thinner piece to punch the pieces you need. Okay, let's get these out of the way. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of white glue to attach our stems to our, where'd my other one go? Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to add a little dot right in the center. There we go. Oops. Should have checked that. We'll add another one here. And this other one, we want to, hang on, we're going to snip a piece of that off so he's shorter. And then he'll fit, excuse me, just behind that little cap. See, these fit right inside, just like so. Set those there for a minute. Just add a little bit of glue here. Come on. I should have checked to make sure this wasn't clogged. Oops. All right. Okay, there's his little leg. Now I want to add, add some dimensionals to these guys and add them to the front. Let's get rid of this so you can see what's going on. So I'll add This guy, he's pretty big, so you can use regular size dimensionals without any problem. And this one I'm just going to add one there. And then that little stem, these little pieces that are in between the dimensionals at the bottom, those work perfect for those little legs, or for that little stem. Now, we'll stick him right there. And then we'll stick this one on this little guy. And then, oh, I got another little piece for him. That way you use every little bit of your dimensionals. Okay, we'll stick these on our front. And he can be hanging off a little bit. I'm just going to sit it right on that mound. And this little guy is going to sit right there. Isn't he cute? And then this one is going to sit here. Isn't that adorable? Now we're going to put on some of those purple gems, or sequins. Excuse me. And they come in kind of a clear, a pink, a fresh freesia, and that almost looks like melon mambo. So all the colors work. So I'm going to put one here. Let's put a pink. So it's very colorful. Let's put one of these purple ones down here. All right. So for the inside, I'm going to stamp that little sentiment. And I'm going to stamp him in Melon Mambo. Oh wait, that's not what is that what I put on the inside? I can't remember. Nope, You Are Magical. And I like that one better. The other one's going to be a thank you card. Okay, stamp that right there. And then I want to add a little mushroom to the inside, although you could add a piece of the designer series paper in here. But I like to add the idea of adding another mushroom. So I'll use the little stem. And then there's this little teeny guy. We'll put him in fresh freesia. Just like so. Isn't he cute? Adorable. Okay, and then for the envelope, let's stamp another. Nope, that one is the one I've already done. So I'm going to stamp the cap first. I'm going to put him right up here at the top. And then I'm going to open this up just in case. There. And our first card is done. Isn't that fun? When I first saw those mushrooms, I thought, yeah, I don't need them. And then you see other people using them. It's like, yeah, I do need those. So we'll set these guys aside. And we'll move on to the second one. Let's clean our workspace. Makes it a little bit easier. And then we'll move on to our little thank you card. And don't forget, you need to join my email list so that you'll get the directions to these cards on recipe cards. All right, first thing we're going to do is I want to punch the little legs for these two. Get this out of the way. I'll have them all ready to go. And then, got a snag. There we go. You know, when I first was putting this together, I thought, let's just use gray granite. But then I saw the early espresso in here, and I thought, I like that better for a phrase. So, early espresso it is. Okay, we'll make this guy first. Now, this is a piece of Granny Apple Green. In fact, this is actually the piece left over from my card from this morning. And then I embossed it with the eyelet embossing folder. Okay, now I'm going to clean up my mess here so I can see what the heck I'm doing. What a mess. If you could see. Although, when people come to classes, they've seen my mess. All right, so let's stamp our sentiment. And you know what? I don't have that piece of designer series paper in there. That's okay. I can cut one of those right quick. And I'm going to flag the ends on this. Okay. And then we're going to work from the inside out on this particular one. And this one I didn't want to, I wanted to use up that full sheet of paper for this. That's why I have that strip there. That, and I thought it would look different. Okay, so this one is my thank you card. And that is a very little sentiment, isn't it? All right. Oops, dropped my scissors. Okay. Now, this is going to go on the inside of my Melon Mambo card base. Like so. Okay. Now, we have, now we need to get a piece of that designer series paper. We're going to use this piece left over from the other card. And because it has all the same colors in it, it's going to work just fine. Okay. You know what else? I don't have that piece of paper. Bless her heart. She really does know what she's doing. Oh, okay. This is such a cute little piece. I just love it. Ay, ay, ay. And that was even before we didn't have any sleep last night. It's the rain. That's exactly what that is. There we go. It is very cheery for spring. Hi, Deb. Hi, Kathy. Kathleen. Is it Kathleen? You know, I see you as Kathleen on everything, and I think you did tell me I could call you Kathy, but I just think Kathleen. Yes, this paper is very bright and cheery for, oh, you know what? Hang on, I gotta trim off a little bit. Okay, that'll fit better. Okay, have all these numbers running through my head. Yeesh. Okay, now we're gonna put this one on here. Hold that up. See, that piece goes just fine with that other layer. Okay, So this guy is going to get added. Oops, I almost forgot to put my ribbon on. For this ribbon, I'm going to use the white and silver. It has the silver foiling on the edges. I wanted something a little different. You absolutely could use that same Celebration ribbon because there's fresh freesia in the paper. But I wanted you to get a different look for this. This one I can tie a little bit easier. That seam binding ribbon is really flimsy. Now when I say flimsy, I don't mean cheap. It's just, you know how seam binding is. It's very thin. Okay. Get this tucked in here. There we go. This is still one of my favorite ribbons. Okay, move that up. Now let's attach this to the card base. Make sure we're putting it right side up. Not that I've never done that before, right? For a second there, I had a terrible feeling that I had tied that card piece shut. Okay, we're just going to tuck this underneath the bow. In fact, I can move this bow to the right a little bit. And see how well the eyelet embossing folder goes with that paper? So cute. All right, now comes the fun. We're going to stamp our mushrooms again and punch them out. Okay. Got to think of what I'm doing here. See, I told you, that's why I have a hard time. Kathy is fine. Thank you, Kathy. I have a hard time walking and chewing gum at the same time. Stamping and putting together a project and everything else. That's a whole different ball of wax. Okay. Stamp him here. Close that up. I really think they should have had the mushrooms going the other way because I keep turning them the other way. Probably because I always have this upside down. There we go. Now we'll stamp our fresh freesia one. And I need one in pumpkin pie. This one isn't going to work that well on the angle. But we will make it work. And when you go to stamp these caps, don't press your image into the ink hard because you'll get that little splotch like I did there. That's okay, it's handmade. Okay, one more. Let's see, I do have this over here. And then pumpkin pie. I want this one. It's a tap, 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 Lori, not a mush, mush, mush. Okay. There we go. Stick him in there. There we go. Now we're all done with the punch. Set him aside. And we'll glue everything together. Oh, I guess we better stamp our card too, huh? We're going to do the front. So I want to stamp my mushroom cap and then the stem. Stamp him here. And then let's use the little one. He's going to get right over the stem. And because that early espresso is so dark, it pretty much hides the back end of that mushroom. Cute. Okay, this guy is done. Set him aside. Now it's just a matter of putting everything together. All right. Just a little dot. A little dot. Yeah, the bigger stems you have to stamp and fussy cut. Aren't you glad I did that off camera? That would have been painful. Okay, a little dot there. And then set him down. We're going to put a stem going this way. And since we're using cardstock, we can turn the other one going the other way. There. Now, back to the dimensionals. Dimensionals are our friends. Oops, I didn't get that off, did I? Okay, so he's going to sit right about there. You know what? Did I? Yeah, I did. Let's pull that guy off. I don't want him to stick to the back of the card. Okay, just use him on this one. He wasn't quite dry, was he? All right, let's just trim a piece off of this. And I find using my take your pick tool is really easy for this part, rather than getting all thumbs in there. There we go. Let's flip him over. There go the scissors again. Stick him down here, like over here on the end. Oops, he's still not dry. Need to be careful with him. And then this guy, we're going to push him down here, like so. Add our sentiment. And some sequins, and we will be all done. So we're going to bring him down like this. And then the shiny sequins. Even though these are lemon lime twists, they go really well with the granny apple green. So you've got melon mambo, daffodil delight, lemon lime twist, and pumpkin pie. So you've got a lot to choose from there. Let's move him down here. And let's put a green one. Oh, I guess it's on the back. Yeah, so these are going to be on sale, I think. I think they're only $7.50 right now. Let's move this one down here. And one more to bring in all of the colors. There we go. So we're done. This little guy, I think we need to adjust his bow. I think it's too big. Okay. And we are done now. Let's clean up our mess so you can see everything. Have some stamps to clean when I'm done. So there's the fun fold. Isn't that pretty the way it stands up there? Oh, I guess it should be in the shot, huh? Yeah, there you go. There's that one. Here's the other one. Oh, this one I just did a knot, so you can see the difference. And then envelopes. And then our first card. So what do you think? Aren't those fun? And the bright spring colors are just kind of cheer you up on a gray, cold day like today. All right. Well, I thank you for stopping by and spending time with this hot mess that I am. Purely chaotic, but hey, To know me is to love me, because what you see is what you get. Thanks again for stopping by. You placed a big order, and most of it was on the last chance list. I found buying the stamps and dies separately was my... Deb and I talked about that this morning, Kathleen. Yeah, they just dropped a bunch of new last chance product, and we noticed that buying them separately was cheaper than buying the bundle price. There may have been an oops there, but who knows. But yeah, I've got to go back and finish placing my order too. So yeah, all right. You guys have a great Tuesday. Be safe in all the rain if you're here in the North State, or if you're in the back east somewhere. I know it's supposed to get really cold and frigid, so be safe out there. This is the time of year where you really want to stay inside and play with stamps, ink, and paper, you know? All right, guys, have a good one, and I will catch you later. Bye.